Hi, my name's Shannon. I'm studying a Bachelor of International Relations and Political Science, double with a Bachelor of Languages here at Flinders. Flinders is one of the few places in Australia that had the languages I wanted, as well as a really reputable international relations course. The topics that have stood out to me most have been the overseas placements, as well as Australian foreign policy. A couple of placements I did overseas were the Indonesia-New Colombo Plan program. So that was 2 weeks in Yogyakarta, Makassar and Jakarta, taking classes with a different university at each of the cities, as well as language intensive classes. We had a meeting with the Indonesian Secretary of State, who happens to be a Flinders alumni. So that was a very interesting experience. The Washington Internship program has two programs. It's the 8-week and the 17-week program. The 8-week is just interning with Congress, so you're in an office full-time. And then the 17-week program is full-time in an office, as well as 2 classes at George Mason University. The paper I wrote as part of my Washington Internship program is now in the American Studies Library at Flinders, as well as the Australian Embassy in Washington and South Australian State Parliamentary Library. I'm interested in going into government and diplomatic services, so these were invaluable experiences really to see some insight into what it's like every day working in a government office rather than just a quick visit or what you might expect it to be from the outside. It's quite different. The key skills I've probably picked up through this degree would be my research and analytical skills, which are really important to any policy sort of work. My time at Flinders has really helped me grow, both personally and professionally, being able to adapt and change my goals in my career as I've found topics that interest me more, as well as confidence in myself and the work I do and being able to stand up and present and speak publicly. Coming back from the Washington program, I started working with the Jeff Bleich Centre, a research centre based at Flinders. The work that we're sort of doing is with Australian government, education, and looking at cybersecurity and digital governance. So that's been a very interesting new avenue that you can kind of come into from an II degree that I'd really recommend to anyone. I'm already working a little bit in the field, and it's a really interesting job in maritime security intelligence with a company based in London. I was lucky enough to get that job from my Washington internship program. The best thing about studying at Flinders is the great friends that I've been able to make and the amazing teaching staff. Just being able to see firsthand the connections they have, the level of expertise they have in their fields is extraordinary. They're all very committed to help us students as much as possible to really succeed in our fields. They've gone above and beyond to find opportunities for us and guide us towards fields and areas that we might not have previously considered, but we might actually be interested in or be good at. My tip for anyone enrolling in a Bachelor of International Relations and Political Science would be to do your research, find out what opportunities are available for overseas placement and studies, and make sure that you can fit those into your studies because they're really valuable.